Feral Audio.
Oh, hello there, Danny and Mike Faithful. How are you? Producer Jeremy here. I bet you're wondering why you're just hearing my voice on this microphone. Well, that's because we're doing things a little bit differently this episode. A bit of a new format, sort of a hybrid between our adventure episodes and our one-shots. Kind of like a one-shot with a guest, if you will. We're calling it the Danny and Mike Extra Shot. On this episode, we have a very funny comedian, Mr. Jim Tews. You might know him from Last Comic Standing or FX's Louie, or maybe his book, The Felines of New York. Or maybe you know him as bandmate to our very own Daniel Tamborelli in Brooklyn's number 2 Weezer cover band, The Undone Sweaters, coming to a town near you. Anyway, before we get to that, I do want to tell you that we're a part of the Feral Audio Podcasting Collective, and we're very proud of it. Please visit their website at feralaudio.com and check out all of their other great podcasts. There's a ton. If you're so inclined, use their Amazon portal, or you could even make a donation. All of the proceeds go directly to the artists, which in turn brings you more great content. So why would you not? So without further ado, let's get right to it. Here it is, the first ever Danny and Mike Extra Shot with Jim Tews. Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I don't know. I'm like, I felt really bad today. I don't know what the deal is. I started feeling bad when Danny and I were writing earlier, and then
it was probably the subject matter.
I got that. Something's wrong. No, I think I had 2 days. I'm like old, so 2 days of 4th of July partying in a row.
Oh, I'm hungover.
Did me in.
I am also old.
Yeah. But I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have to wake up. Slept in.
You went shopping and were late?
Yeah, I did some errands.
Maybe
that was it. Never do errands.
Did you go seltzer shopping?
I did. That's you're reaping the rewards right now.
But tomorrow there will be no more seltzer.
God, I love
This
seltzer.
pineapple seltzer is good.
Yeah, it's new. Danny and I have a thing.
It's new, but it's good.
It's different. Little yellow.
What's the thing that we have? Because you
Well, we have a thing called Seltzer
we have a
Kings,
thing,
and so I
there
texted
was
him
something
earlier.
else.
This is a new flavor, so I texted him and I said, "Bow to your new Seltzer King," and I sent him a picture of that with me scowling at him because I now have the best seltzer. I mean, anybody can, I guess, be the Seltzer King, but at that given moment, I was the Seltzer King. I had it all.
I still remain Pizza King and some other kind of king.
What other kind of king?
What was the other king I was, Jeremy?
All I can remember is pizza because I was
Piece
a
of
little
shit
bitter.
king.
Whoa.
That's what I remember.
King. No, I was King Turd of Shit Hill.
Oh no, you were not Ruts Hut, but the other place, right?
I sit upon the fecal throne. What?
What was the place in on the en route to
Danino's?
No.
Oh,
Chili dogs.
Tony
Pacos. Yeah.
Tony
Tony Pacos?
Yeah, Tony
I was the hot
Pacos.
dog
Yeah,
king.
you ever
Yeah.
been there?
From
I was the chili dog king.
Toledo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the chili dog king as
Oh,
well.
Cleveland.
I never went to an actual Tony Pacos, but I would buy the hot dogs
Oh, and
and just in the grocery store and just eat them.
how
with
about
no bun? Just
Would you eat
People
them
must
raw?
have looked at you
Not-
funny in
not
the
cooked?
grocery store, just sitting there eating a hot
uncooked? I would
dog
just
Uncooked.
slice them open.
in the aisle.
I'd eat a bunch of those hot. That's what when I was in college, as a 27-year-old.
I would
was just
I would get
eating Tony Pacos hot dogs and drinking beer.
I would get free boiling water from the cafe, and then I would bring it into the supermarket and make ramen in the aisle, and then eat it real quick before anybody
you could get charged.
could
It
catch
feels like
me.
it would be easier to steal
Yeah.
the ramen.
No, nope. That I couldn't do that. It wasn't on my way.
Oh, there's that guy again.
it's not stealing if it's inside of you.
He's dipping. He's dipping
He's
a package
sampling.
in.
Sir, I planned to pay. I just wanted everything to work out first.
Make sure
Just
it's
hang
good.
out.
No, I didn't find that satisfactory. Goodbye.
Isn't the thing though with Tony Pacos is it's the sauce? It's the chili sauce though. I mean, isn't the hot dog a hot dog?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, because you haven't had the sauce.
This is
the
just
whole pa- it's
this
the
is a
whole
guy. This is a
package.
guy who is eating them raw,
That's true.
uncooked,
Yeah, that's true.
in the middle of the
No, they were
supermarket,
cooked.
in the middle of the night.
Come on.
Tony Pacos. I forgot you're an Ohio guy, just like me. We're Ohio guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're the guys who are
I
driving
wasn't-
up the rent
I
in
was,
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Assholes.
I wasn't born and raised there.
Oh, okay.
I just spent 10 years there.
Don't get too excited, Jerry.
Teenage.
Would you steal a
early.
car?
I stole a car and I got sentenced to Cleveland.
You're not going to prison, but
You're going to
Cleveland.
No. I got stationed in Cleveland when I was in the Coast Guard at the federal building. So then when I got out, I just stayed there and went to Cleveland State.
When you got out of what?
The Coast Guard.
Not prison. The
Yeah.
Coast Guard.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Very close.
Coast Guard prison.
Does the federal building have some sort of dock or underwater?
No, there's a
access?
waterfront. There's a waterfront, at the lake.
Yeah,
But I
it's
had
right
like
in
a-
front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
how far is the water from the federal building?
2 blocks maybe. Yeah.
What are you, some sort of lungfish?
What? No, there's
Crawling-
he
crawling
thinks
on the
he,
ground?
oh, I get it. He just thinks that if you're in the Coast Guard, you have
you
to
have
always
to-
be
yeah.
on
Coastal.
water.
You got to be coastal, dude. It's littoral. You got to be littoral.
well, no, I had an office job, but a very boring office job.
Oh, this gets better.
Yeah.
Come on, keep going. Keep going.
What? That's it. That's the whole story.
That's the whole story.
More about Baltimore, though.
What's that?
Good coastal city.
It is.
Good crabs. I don't know.
Great crabs.
Good crabbing. I've never crabbed. So where was the other? Where it was Cleveland, and then what was? You weren't born in Cleveland.
No, I was born in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, I've been through there.
Yeah.
I drive through there to get to Ohio.
Yep.
Good old Allentown, PA.
It's a good drive-through spot.
It's a good Billy Joel song. Someone had to say it.
Did we start? Is this the podcast?
When?
See, now it's started.
gotcha.
Now it is started.
Gotcha. We gotcha.
I knew it. I knew it was one of those.
Yeah.
The podcast is like a vampire. You have to invite it in before.
Oh, right.
We're only able to record from when you start saying, "Are we recording?"
Hey, guys, you can record if you want to.
It's far too late. You've waived your Article 12 rights.
The lens cap's on anyway, so it's
I
all-
put
it's all ruined.
tape over the blinking red light.
Good thing.
I'm covering that back up.
What is it?
What, my Olay tattoo?
Yeah.
It's warm in here, so I was
Breaking them out.
going sleeves optional.
I don't know what the Olay is.
You're warm?
Yes, paper towel tank top.
I'm
I am
not.
warm.
I no paper towel tank top necessary.
Don't you, Jim? Your visual acuity being what it is, can you not see the beads of sweat breaking out on Dan's brow?
There's nothing right now. Be honest.
No,
For the
I don't see
listener-
anything. I don't see
For the
anything
listener,
right now.
Jim
Jeremy-
Tews is an honest Abe and a good man.
Jeremy, do you have a flash? Do you have a flashlight so I can pick out these beads of sweat?
You know what the
They're
secret
not there
is?
yet, man.
He has like a headband, a ponytail headband right now.
Oh, you know
it's
you know what the
his
secret
hair's
is?
so long.
Glycerin. It looks like anything. Drops.
It is, sir. I feel like we've done that
No,
before.
yeah, you can't.
That's a second Bush reference in this podcast.
And we've just been fired by Feral Audio.
25 episodes.
We had a good run.
26.
We had a good run.
Yeah.
They
They really
They dropped us.
they really dislike Bush.
Yeah, you can
It's on
find
the
it.
contract.
You can find out in real
damn
time.
it.
Yeah. It's more of a Gavin thing. They like everybody else in the band.
But lit.
couldn't name it.
But if we start
They love
making
all the
lit
members.
references,
was-
they're very excited.
I was thinking about this.
Sounds like you guys are your own worst enemy.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Does a person's personal moral failings take away from their greatness as an artist? Go.
Jesus.
Hey, let's just dick
let's
around on the
start-
air for a little bit. Hey, let's ask a
Let's
serious
start-
fucking question.
Let's
now.
start light.
Fuck.
Yeah, I can't not think about it.
Some people are like, Polanski, he's a good director. Some people are like, Polanski, he's a statutory rapist.
Yeah, I could definitely if it meant there being one less statutory rapist in the world, then I could do without
The Apartment.
Yeah, I could do without Polanski's films.
Wow.
Same with like Woody Allen. Like what? Yeah, I'd throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I mean?
Mixing the metaphor.
Don't forget about me.
Well, he's an exception. Those drawn out dumb stories about him and his brother.
Oh man.
God, where would our world be without that? Can't believe I'm just being so mean to Bill Cosby. You know, I saw him.
It's okay.
I saw him live in San Francisco before I had any idea about all of this. Like I had zero clue. And I was in San Francisco and the manager at the Punchline gave me and Michael Che tickets to go see a taping of his, that special that like never aired, and we went and watched it, and he was really good. But it was way too long, and like I piss like so frequently.
How is your UTI?
And then, it's gone now. Okay, but I
Thanks, Bill.
I couldn't. They wouldn't let you get up because it's a taping. So by the end of the like 2.5 hours after I drank this like double gin and tonic, and I had to keep hearing him talk, I was like, I don't like this guy anymore. And then I found out about the rape thing, and I was like, all right, I knew I was right. I knew there was a reason.
You were onto something.
Was it before or after the Hannibal thing? Like when it all
It was
exploded?
before that. It was before that, yeah. Because it was like, shit. It was.
It's a small place to Bill Cosby do a special.
Oh no,
at
it wasn't the
Punchline.
Punchline. It was the man. I was working the Punchline with Che, and
We went elsewhere to
we
see
went
the
to the
taping.
the SF Jazz Center. It's like downtown. It's is that what it's called? It was a really nice place. It was a totally like gorgeous place to tape a special. You know, I mean, it was cool to see, but it's like one of those things where you're like, well, that's soiled
Yeah.
completely.
You're talking about your pants.
Yes,
Because of how long you had to sit there.
I shit myself because I couldn't wait. Because that old rapist kept blabbering on.
You
I'm
really
saying-
should have kept it at 90 minutes.
I'm saying we're all like
No,
we're all like
on, man.
human people.
let him turn the room over.
You think they sell 2 shows worth
Yeah,
of
they're
tickets?
doing a second show.
Not telling.
They're bringing another rapist.
not
in
telling anyone.
for the late show.
Oh God.
Polanski screening. That was a really great natural pause.
It's all I've been watching I just finished the OJ 30 for 30 thing, the 5-part series. Why are
I
you
just still haven't watched it.
Oh yeah, I haven't either.
it's
Oh
it's-
yeah, I meant to. Motherfucker ruined the Knicks.
Wait, he ruined the Knicks? How did he ruin the Knicks?
Because the Knicks were playing when he started driving away in the Bronco.
Oh, and they had to like
94.
They cut away from the game.
These are like diehard Knick fans who just
okay.
are so upset about 94.
Look,
what it could
look,
have
Jeremy-
been. Look, it was the Rangers and the Knicks.
Yes.
Together would have been like the toast of New York City.
Oh, of
Look,
course.
Jeremy's wearing a Knicks shirt, and I'm wearing a deflated basketball on my head.
Oh yeah, I see it.
we're representing sports. I'm a latecomer Knicks fan though. I wasn't a fan back in the the OJ.
I remember Kiki Vandeweghe.
I have no idea what you're talking about
Yeah, I
right
don't
now.
know that either.
It was like the Knicks player with the best name. He was, he
that
was
is a
Dutch.
good name.
I think he was Dutch.
A Dutch man named Kiki? Is that a real thing?
Listen to the last name.
Yeah. Like sounds like Art Vandelay from Vandelay Enterprises.
This is like tumbleweeds going in my mind because I never ever watched Seinfeld in my life.
How did you avoid it? I
don't know. I lived in Queens. I was Catholic. I had television.
I
It seems
lived
like
it
all-
every day.
Yeah, these just seem like ways for you to run into it, and people still talk about the damn television show all the time.
Well, I feel for you because I have this thing where I just never remember a fucking thing about anything. So I know I watched an absurd amount of Seinfeld, but I can't remember.
Can't retain it.
I don't retain. I mean, Danny, you know this from watching me forget lyrics to songs I grew up with.
That happens to everybody. I think anyone who's singing songs like that will just happen. It's called brain farting.
Yeah, I don't know
Brain
what it
farts
is.
happen, man.
I don't have a good retention for television, and Seinfeld is one of those that I know I watch regularly, and if you turned an episode on now, I would sit and watch it, and I would enjoy it. But
your brain
I
waves
don't
would be like
remember-
somebody
You
who
never
was
go,
watching it for
I've
the
seen
first
this
time.
one before.
Yeah, like we went to the Brooklyn Cyclones game on Saturday. It was the
Seinfeld night.
Oh,
you
the
went
Seinfeld
to,
night.
you went to the Seinfeld night?
yeah, and my girlfriend was like, "Oh, the king is here," and the
Talking
guy
about
that
King Henry?
the guy that plays the king on Seinfeld, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think I've seen that guy." She's like, "You don't remember his storylines of his, do you?" And I was like, "No clue."
Not at all.
I'm like, "But everybody's pretty excited about this."
Yeah, it's kind of like the experience. We go to games like that to things like that, to experience things in a group. So even if Seinfeld didn't matter to me, I can enjoy other people enjoying it, I guess.
I like seeing other people enjoy things that I
Forgot about, yeah.
I think the news spread like wildfire there that there was one person there that didn't know.
Yeah, they were
What
like,
was going on, and they were trying to get you out of there.
you probably don't even like the Cyclones.
Square spoils it for rest of crowd.
It's like me at a Pete and Pete reunion show. Like there's a running thing where I've never seen the show, which I don't want any shit for.
You guys are like childhood friends, right?
No, friends of a childhood friend though.
Friends of a childhood
yeah.
friend.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Why is that weird? I grew up with Brendan, and then Brendan was friends with Jeremy, and then I became friends with Jeremy.
And then we all
then
lived
we
happily ever after.
Okay, take out Jeremy and put in Heroin, and you'll see where the problems begin. You know what I mean? Like that's how kids get.
My
drug
friend
problems.
Brendan had a friend named Heroin.
Right.
I became friends with Heroin because Heroin was friends with Brendan.
You understand?
And now
like-
you don't hang out with Brandon.
And I don't hang out with Brendan anymore, and it's just Heroin and I.
Yeah, you understand. This happens to a lot of people.
I don't know how I feel about this. Being compared. Are you comparing me to
I
heroin?
mean, is that a?
I'm not comparing you to the Lou Reed.
If you
Lou
were,
Reed
if
singing
you were
Heroin.
if you were into the, oh god damn it, I can't even think of what it's called. Twilight, yeah,
Twilight Zone. Or?
yeah. If you were Twilight, I think there's a line in there that says something about the main character being heroin. It's very like sexy. So maybe we're telling Jeremy he's sexy, and I don't like
No.
He's a
They're
sexy vampire.
Yeah, they're ripping off. They're ripping off the Gun Club, right? She's like heroin to me. Anyway, what the point is that Brendan is a dangerous gateway. Is what I'm getting.
I think we can agree. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah,
We can put this to bed.
the guy is a problem.
No.
Child.
But what am I going to do about heroin?
You gotta find a methadone friend.
Maybe you and Heroin should see other people.
Or you should all just do more heroin. Of course, this is coming from heroin. You know, heroin's never going to be like, "Hey, let's stop doing heroin."
Heroin wants
It's
to-
it's heroin.
Do more heroin.
Hey guys, you know what would be good right now? Some cough syrup. Just take a break.
Guys, we should do some heroin.
Just take a break.
Shut up, heroin.
Yeah, just take a break from me for a while.
Heroin. Have one other idea other than do heroin. Just one.
Oh, I wonder what heroin
I
suggestion's
just
going to
asked
be.
you to make dinner once. What do? You just do heroin because you're heroin.
Freaking heroin.
That went down a dark road.
Anybody making a word cloud for this podcast is going to be it's going to be tilted.
Do you get a lot of fan art word clouds?
I think you may have just
Feel like
launched
we-
1,000 ships,
Thanks a lot.
Jim.
Coast Guard joke.
Oh yeah.
Burn! I didn't even realize that.
Oh yeah.
I'll make sure
we've
those
gotten some like that new Japanimation style.
Oh really?
Yeah, like whatever
People are
that's
drawing,
called, like the whatever
manga?
that joke that the South Park joke.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of those.
Oh, the boy, like with the guys like hooking up.
No,
what's
we're
it
not-
called? It's like a specific.
yeah. No, I don't
genre.
think they're not making us TV incestual.
Yeah, we keep that on Game of Thrones. Whatever they do with our characters after we give the voices is up to them. So we just
And it's usually, hello? Who is this? Stop
calling me.
And that's what they use because they got our phone numbers.
Oh man, did they?
Oh, boy. And that's how they animate all their
I was
lovely things.
I was listening to the last podcast that we did, and you said "oh boy" a couple of times.
Did I?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, boy.
It was like I was in an old timey radio duo.
Look, see?
Yeah.
That's the bee's knees. That's a great term. I like to bring that back.
I'll
Say
help
the
you.
bee's knees. The bee's knees is great. It's something great.
You're gonna have to make that your.
You're the bee's knees.
Yeah, I don't think
And
it
when
has
bees
legs.
are on their knees, they're making honey.
Oh, is that what it's from?
I don't know. I just thought of that right now.
That's pretty good.
I think that's
if
what
you-
it is.
If
Hey,
you
man,
told me that's what it was,
bees
I'd
on their
you
knees.
believed it, and you wanted to believe it.
yeah, I'd be like, makes
It
sense.
sounded pretty convincing, even coming out of my own mouth. I was like, "Oh, you're right. That is what this is." It's an expression. When the bees are on their knees, they're making honey.
Betrayed by the sweat rolling off your brow.
There's
you
no sweat rolling off my brow.
filthy
It might be
liar.
glistening, but there's
It's
nothing
all
happening
being
here.
caught by the Mets cap.
For the listener, the relative humidity is 92% inside Dan's hat.
Oh, I bet it's real warm up there.
Oh,
A lot of hair.
a lot of hair.
It's like a stink attic.
A lot of hair. What did you call me? You called me Jason Mewes today because my hair's so long?
Yes, but the interior of your hat, like the crawl space of your hat in between the Tory space in between the top of your head and the top of your baseball hat.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
a stink
that's where I
that's
put,
a stink attic.
That's where I put the naan to keep my bread warm.
That's where you put the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Wait, was that a Seinfeld joke? Is that why I don't get
Yeah.
that?
No.
No. We're not making
It
any
was
more
an
Seinfeld jokes
it
because
was
none
an-
of us really know.
Yeah, it was an Indian food joke.
It was an Indian food joke.
I love naan.
Or a Red
I love-
Lobster joke,
I love
too.
pori.
It was a
I love-
non-joke.
I love paratha.
It was obvious if you have to explain it.
It was an
it's no
anti-joke.
longer a joke.
That's my non-joke face.
I
know it's not helpful to anybody listening, but
For the listener, I've never seen Jim Tews sit up straight like that before.
I thought he farted.
I think
I'll let you know. I'll move the mic down
Lower.
to
Yeah.
hear it or to not hear it.
to hear it.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
He won't use his hands, but he'll move the mic.
Oh boy, we're just trying. You're just trying to make jokes today.
Oh boy,
Oh boy.
I love it. It's very throwbacky of you.
I'm an old. My mom says I was an old soul.
You notice how that never
Now go.
You notice how that never worked when she was trying to get the child discount at Great Adventure.
She'd take you to the buffet. He gets the senior citizen discount.
He's 6,000.
He's an
years
old soul.
Yeah, 6,000 years old. This soul. He should get.
He's got wisdom
He's got wisdom and half price movie tickets.
and the early bird special.
But I did bring with me 12 Coke cans that I didn't cut, but you can have them, and they'll get you 2 for 1 for free at the Great Adventure.
Oh man.
That's true.
Yeah.
You do. You go with like
didn't
we
drink that,
roll up
yeah.
with like a bunch of friends with like a dozen or like 2 dozen
Oh yeah, I remember doing
Coke
that
cans,
too.
being like 2 for 1, 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
How many Coke cans would it take?
Well, it depends on how many friends we had.
Okay,
Depends on if it was.
what
Depends
is the
on if
ratio?
it was. It was.
What is
like
the
a-
ratio of human to aluminum? That's my question.
Oh, I think 2 for every 1.
2 cans for 1 ticket.
I think so.
Or was it a full ticket or you just got a discount off the ticket? I feel like that's a really cheap ticket.
Yeah, it's got to be a discount.
It's gotta be a
That's
discount.
It's like a 12-cent
it's like
ticket.
getting $30 for a can of Coke.
An empty,
Well,
sounds
empty
worth
can.
it.
It's an
You get
empty
the Coke
can.
too, so you're just paying for the can. I mean, you're just,
Maybe it was only for the daytime, or like it was like an off-peak hour.
after Labor Day, after Halloween. It was for Halloween weekends.
Halloween. It's no, not good at the corn maze.
No, no.
You'd like to spend your Christmas morning with us. Or
And not
12
good
cents
at
of your
the,
aluminum.
Animal Kingdom that they have. In Jersey, you can see giraffes. It's ridiculous.
Jersey giraffes.
Yeah, Jersey giraffes are leaning against the railing, smoking,
Judging.
yeah, silently smoking.
Towny
and judging
giraffes.
you. Yeah, flicking the cigarette at you. Fuck out of here!
So what? I didn't finish high school.
I got a good job right here. The mill's still open.
It's got my union card.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Whoa.
forgot that you were very pro union.
This is where we take a left turn.
Well, thanks, Jim. Well,
That was not a dig
Yeah,
against
it wasn't
unions.
even it wasn't even a.
I just felt.
You just said the word.
I know.
The U word. I am loving the progression of perspiration on your neck, sir.
it's not. There's God. Like I feel like prying eyes over here. Prying eyes, Morona. It's just really all over my business.
You gotta sit in a place where the light's not.
I got it.
hitting
Yeah,
you.
I know.
You mean should I dim?
He's
Do I need to dim
glistening.
the
He's
lights?
glistening.
I'm not glistening.
Let's light some candles.
Let's get weird.
He's just mad because it takes me longer to sweat now.
You want to get nuts?
Maybe I lost a little bit of weight.
Let's get nuts.
So
Are you
Suck
still?
it.
Are you still on the detox thing?
I'm still doing it. Haven't eaten meat, like red meat, in 3 months.
Damn. Have you drank?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But I'm not drinking really beer anymore.
That's the
I
killer.
had some beer. I had some beer over the weekend, and I feel bloated
Yeah, it just
gassy.
makes you feel like you swallowed a sponge.
Yeah, and I didn't used to do that, man. I used to pride myself on being able to hang. Like, I had a year and a half I lived in Jersey with a couple friends.
We
in
call
the
those
town I grew up
We
in.
call those the lost 18 months.
Yeah, it was a lost 18 months where I pretty much reverted back to being in college, and it was
How
like
old
a
were
frat
you?
house. I was turned 30. Broken up with a serious
Yes.
girlfriend, moved home.
Oh, that's
It's
always
just
the
like it was
best.
one of those like, what am I doing with my life? Moved to Jersey with my friends from home that are still in
made
Jersey.
several poor decisions in a row.
We had a lot of fun though. We had a lot of fun every Thanksgiving Eve. We had the hip party for the adults.
Oh, I'm sure everybody
Everyone
coming
came
back.
Oh, I thought you guys.
We go
I
to
bet
the
you
bar. They
crushed
go to the
it.
bar for a little bit, and then everybody's like, "Hey, come back to our place. We're gonna party."
I had a phase.
I wouldn't say it like that, but
I wouldn't have followed you if you did.
I feel like you have
Like,
to say it.
well,
like that.
we were gonna, but
it sounds sketchy.
I had a phase like that after end of a long-term relationship, like in the year or two before I left Cleveland for New York, and all my friends refer to that phase as party twos. so that like anytime we're all together, like I went to a wedding back in Ohio with all my Cleveland friends, and they were like, "Hey, you think Party Twos is going to show up? Is he waiting for the reception? Is he just going to meet us at the reception?
Which
Or is
Jim is gonna?
which Jim's going to be here?" I'm like, I wish Party Twos could come back, but alcohol just does not affect me the way it used to. I still get drunk. I just don't enjoy it as much. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that.
Yeah.
The lights don't get brighter.
You do it
anymore.
for the duty.
I do it out of
You
habit.
drink. You drink
now.
it. You drink for your comrades. You don't drink for
Yeah.
yourself.
No, I mean sometimes I
It
do.
happens, man.
Yeah,
I
you
think
gotta-
it's- I think it's good to do that. It's
Yeah, you gotta
You're
switch it
growing.
up.
I can't. My buddy Mark and I in that house 3 to 4 times a week would split a 30 rack, and maybe leave a beer apiece. So we were crushing like, half a fucking 30 rack.
14.5
14.5, 14.
When they leave open.
14.5
Every
beers
three
like
days.
every couple days.
Yeah.
What kind of beer?
Coors Original Banquet beer.
Oh yeah,
Banquet beer, or
I don't even-
sometimes Miller High Life if that was the cheaper one.
I don't even call it
or-
by its name. I would call it brown can.
Oh,
brown
man.
can.
Yeah, that's what you
I
drink
would-
in brown
No,
can.
it's Colorado Kool-Aid and will always be Colorado Kool-Aid. That's what you call Coors.
During my
Johnny
Party
Paycheck
Twos
said so.
phase, I was riding my bike everywhere too, so it just kind of like amplified that like
Party
You
Twos,
could just, like-
Party Twos was on the move.
you didn't no DUI issues.
Feeling
and then-
immortal.
Yeah, feeling immortal. You just have like you're just burning energy all the time.
So you
And I
have to
was
drink
just-
more.
You have to drink more. I was drinking just like cases of not a case a day or anything, but just Black Label and like Tecate and all that shit beer.
What's Black Label?
PBR.
Black
Yeah, you-
Label. It's
they have
the
Black
red.
Label here.
It's the
It's
red
like
can with the
Red
black.
can with a Black Label. I don't know who makes it, but it's garbage.
It's garbage beer. It's such garbage.
And I was smoking like a pack a day then too. I was the coolest.
Twos, you're a smoker?
I used to be, yeah.
Oh wow.
Have you ever noticed me like outside of bar after a show or something, trying not to
Breathe.
bum a cigarette off of people?
Oh really?
Yeah. It's I'm okay with it now though. I mean, I had one at a party when I was in LA, but as soon as I did it, I was just like, terrible idea. But you got to do it.
But
every
it
once in a
doesn't.
while.
It's not like falling off the wagon and you have to
No.
get your chip again.
It's not like
and
eating
start
red.
over
It's not like
again.
eating red meat.
It's not like eating red meat after 3 months, which I almost did last night. I almost had a hot dog because I was like, why not?
Well, that might not be red meat.
July.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
like,
might not be red meat. You could get pork.
unless it's Tony Paco's
Oh,
callback. Wait, was that part recorded? I don't know what was on the podcast. now. What was it?
Definitely the Tony Packers.
we
Responsible
starting?
by them.
Well,
Yeah, they are the official chili cheese
Yeah,
dog
we-
of
Okay.
Danny and Mike.
Yeah.
we went there once.
Past tense.
I've been there twice, 3 times.
You know what our-
Maybe we will even go there.
I was gonna say,
in August
yeah,
on our way
we'll figure that out.
on our way to Chicago or Fort Wayne or something. We can pop.
or places with
We go to-
less
we go to-
interesting hot dogs.
Hey, we're going to Fort Wayne, Chicago by way of Toledo.
Like that's a
What?
terrible
That's
idea.
like 3 hours out of the way. Hey, have you ever had Tony Paco's?
Have
Holy
you had
shit.
have you had the dogs?
You don't sound like you're from around here. I'm not, but I know how to eat sausage, and I know it's good.
This guy takes sausage to the face like nobody's business. It's your attack.
True story. It is my attack.
I'm going to work on that Danny Mike soundboard. I need that app. So many good ones.
Yes, and there's always the Dan and Mike OG. We have our
What's
own.
that?
We have our own Dan and Mike OG.
Oh,
They're emoji, but
emoji. Oh, okay.
but of like it's like a big bead of perspiration, a paper towel tank top.
Okay.
PT
It's like it's
There's an
Paper towel
emoji.
tank
There's an
top.
emoji of.
He had this great idea.
There's an emoji
Yeah.
of Jeremy never watching Pete and Pete ever. That's a tough emoji.
no, it's just anything
Okay,
else.
for the record,
Just
I
Jeremy
feel
doing
one
anything
bead of
else.
sweat. It's coming.
It's
coming here.
Oh, it's
But
been
it's not-
been there, buddy. By the time you notice it,
No, by the time I notice it, that means it's blossomed.
it's like gray
And
hairs.
it's ready to
they're,
fall.
They're all there already. They're under the surface, waiting to
pop.
erupt. Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, tell us about your animation that you're doing.
Well, I made an animation. Okay, so here's what happened. I'll give you I have no idea what would be of any interest to your listeners or even to you guys. So I'll give it. I'll
it's
just
great.
at the beginning.
Just assume we're both equally wrapped.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna send listeners that way.
Oh, okay.
To the YouTube channel.
Well, I was.
Did you take it off? Oh
what?
God. Oh, God.
No, I didn't take it off.
Oh, okay, good.
No.
Oh, boy.
I actually extended it, but I didn't put a new version of it online. I submitted that to the New York Television Festival. Oh. They had a 4-minute limit, so I just had to make a minute-long credit sequence and add one scene because animation is hard.
And add one scene.
I've discovered.
Yeah, you did that all. You learned and did it all on your own.
I did, and I've done that stuff before. And I have I used to be a caricature artist, and I draw.
Don't you love
pretty
dune buggies?
consistently. What's it? Yeah,
Everyone
you like
loves
soccer?
Everyone loves dune buggies.
You got soccer, baseball, or a motorcycle. Those are your choices. Get out of my chair. So the drawing thing was fine, but I just started screwing around when I didn't have a job, and then started learning this program to make an animation, and then I wrote something, and then I animated it, and it turned out really good. But then I was like, oh great, I ended up getting a job, which is for most people like an exciting thing, but when you're just like a ne'er-do-well comedian who's been just drifting from windfall to windfall, you're like, shit, I can't deal with this job thing.
It's regularity.
Yeah, so I was in the middle of finishing that animation, so I just was working the first week of the job, second week of the job, and every night I would just come home and keep working on it. So now the thing is though, I have to make more, but I can't crank them out as fast as I want to. But it's called Jim at the Apartment, and it's eventually going to be a series, one way or the other. But yeah.
Wait, what are the two ways?
The other way is that we call in to work and have him fired.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure I'll get fired eventually just because, you can't
not show up for
can't
work
not show
on
up for
time.
work
On
and-
time, yeah, for this
No,
long and
I
not
just,
get fired.
It's just one of those things where, I feel like people can sense your indifference, and then after a while they finally get it, where you're like, no, I'm doing enough to keep this job, but, I don't know. I don't know how real jobs work. I always feel like, like when I would temp or stuff when I first moved here, I'd be like, I am going to put the minimum amount of effort in. And then a week later, at the end of the week, the supervisor would come by and be like, you're killing it, man. You're doing really great. I'm like, I'm not really trying.
I will rehave my efforts. Sir.
Yeah. But you're just you
dial it down even from there. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
well, that's good.
just
I'll slip a little bit more.
Yeah,
Finding a new floor.
you're doing data entry temp stuff, and you're I don't know. This isn't data entry job. This is a legit video editing job, and I'm trying real hard, but I just feel like every job I've ever had is about to go away. Because I've freelanced my whole life, except for when I was in the military. That's it. Everything else has just been
Army brat.
Yeah.
We see where his issues come from.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, no, I wasn't. I mean, it was just me. It wasn't my dad.
You bratted yourself.
I did brat
It could be a
myself.
self-bratting.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
What,
I
you
don't know
don't
if
think
there's
so?
a self-brat.
Well, yeah. The
An army
brat.
brat is the child of someone in the army
But then
or navy.
But then you
or
become
whatever.
But then you become the person who all of a sudden pulls up stakes and ends up in Baltimore or wherever.
What's your obsession with Baltimore?
Yeah.
Wherever
what's
the
going
Coast
on?
Guard. Where were you? Where did you work for the Coast Guard? In
Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Well, I was in Cape May, New Jersey, I was on a ship out of there, and then I was in Petaluma, California for a little while, and then I was in Cleveland.
Petaluma, California, Lagunitas.
Yeah, the Petaluma's kind of cool. They used to have this like little show venue there when I was out there for training, and all these cool bands would come through. But I could never get a car to get out to it, and nobody else in the Coast Guard was
cool enough.
Yeah.
Did you miss Weezer?
Like, what do you mean miss them? Like miss listening to them?
Yeah.
No, I still listen to them pretty heavily.
No, I meant live.
Oh,
I'm sure they
not in
played
Petaluma. Not while I was there. They didn't. What was the one band?
Jane's
I can't remember.
Addiction?
No, it was like a.
Was it The Clash?
It was the
The
Clash.
Jesus Lizard.
It was the Beatles. I think they were called
At the time. At the time, they were called the Beatles.
the Beatles. There's 4Es. It's a different band.
It's the EDM version of the Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Japanese noise band
Beatles.
featuring members of Melt Banana.
You guys like EDM?
Some of my favorite kind of music.
I don't get it.
It's my favorite music to get dehydrated to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever go to an Electric Daisy carnival?
No.
No, even
Imagine
though they
that.
take place,
my
right
little
in my own
cousin
city.
goes, and he's not someone who does drugs or like anything like that.
Does
And
he
I
carry
just figure
kegs
that
of water?
I don't know if he does any of that stuff either. I don't know if he is a friendly volunteer kind of person and more of a just he just wants that
wait for the
bass
drop.
Yeah. I don't.
I have a friend that I grew up with that got really into it. I was hanging out with him in LA, and I went to LA like 3 years ago and hadn't seen him in a while, and then we decided to get stoned and go on this road trip, and that's when I find out he got really into EDM.
On the road trip?
When he picks up the aux cord and went like that.
When you're in his car.
Yeah, and on the we just like rode up to Santa Barbara. Does that sound right? That's not like a crazy drive, right? From LA to Santa Barbara. I don't know.
You just went you went north.
We just went 2 hours north, and by the time the weed wore off and we were coming back, I was just like, okay, I can't deal with this music. when I was a little stoned going up there, I was like, yeah, this works. The windows are open. Like, we're driving.
Get the wind
bullshitting.
in my face.
Yeah. But when it wore off and we're coming on the way back, I'm like, I got it. I need a melody, dude. I can't do this.
EDM, IDM I can fuck with.
About the EMF?
Industrial, the EMF.
Actually, that gives me IBS.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the KLF. Wait,
KLF.
the KLF is going to rock.
KLF is gonna rock you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally was sitting here for 45 seconds trying to think of the KLF. This is where I am.
I'm really
in my
embarrassed.
life.
Well, isn't IDM intelligent dance music like Aphex Twin and Square Pusher? Do you guys know?
I thought that was industrial. I know Aphex Twin. Yeah, I've listened to my share of that.
I have one favorite Square Pusher album. That's it.
He's a real good bass player. He's a real good everything.
He's a
That
really,
guy's
really good player.
dirty. That's what I say.
That's a Seinfeld joke. Right? I don't fucking get it.
You need to add on the soundboard.
Who plays the
Toby Huss.
theme song from Seinfeld? Who plays that bass?
Bootsy Collins.
No.
Bootsy Collins.
The other guy who played with
No.
Bull from Night Court.
with Eddie.
Victor Wooten. We can move on. Sorry.
Victor who?
I was
Victor Wooten.
It was the name was in my head and I couldn't get it out. And now
Victor
I'm really
Wu?
mad. Victor
Wooten.
Wooten.
Who's that?
He's
Bass
a really
player.
short, double jointed thing. His thumb like goes backwards almost. So
So
he's
does
got
mine.
like a pick. He's got like a pick for you. Do it too. Damn it.
Wait, so he
Look at
can
that.
like pluck
So
the
he
string
can,
from the
yeah, I mean,
underneath
he's
it?
got so
at
much.
that.
He's got so much
Look at that.
dexterity in his thumb.
Jeremy, look
That's
how much
disgusting.
cooler I am than Jeremy.
Well, then you should start playing bass. I should teach Mike bass,
I
and
think
then
I feel like I beat
he's
you.
going to give Victor Wooten a run for his money.
Hey, you
Yours
and me.
goes back kind of.
You and me, buddy.
Oh, no.
We're in the for the listener. For the listener, we're manically giving each other's
Yeah, everybody's giving thumbs up.
thumbs up, but trying to show how
bend it.
flexible we
Yeah,
are.
And I think I just hurt
and
myself.
I'm the thumb king.
Self-appointed. I don't think there was no.
Seltzer
Yeah,
King.
yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Let's have a thumb off. Let's do it right now. I'm sure it'll be interesting for the listener.
Let's
Ready?
rename it.
Well, Mike's is going at a 45-degree angle almost, a little bit less.
Yeah, I think there has to be rules. Like the shaft of your thumb has to be completely
Okay.
horizontal.
Can we refrain from saying shaft for
Well,
the rest of the show?
thumb shaft?
It's a thumb shaft.
It has to be
I wouldn't
complete-
imagine it.
That's a German word.
The first
meaning
part of your
shitty little
thumb.
team.
Dummschaft.
I'll get my pocket square to make sure that your
I
shaft.
said thumb shaft.
Dummschaft.
Thumb shaft.
It is. It means shitty little team that gets beaten by 7 goals.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
Is that a Seinfeld reference? Soccer and Seinfeld are equally foreign to me.
Oil and water.
Well, no,
It
not
was,
soccer. Yeah,
Well, you're upset about. Are you upset about Italy, Germany?
a little bit.
Italy wasn't as good of a team, and they did really well, and you knew they were going to lose in penalty kicks because Buffon was old, and then he almost saved the day. And instead,
Yeah, Mr. Big Hands.
Big problems. Anywho, that's 25% of me really cares about that because that's my Italian
This
side.
has been Danny and
Oh,
Mike's Sports Corner.
sports corner.
Tune in
Yeah.
Tune in next time. Yeah.
Is that doesn't sound like that sounds like
That's
the
this-
news. That sounds like the news coming in.
And we have
Like
Jeremy.
regular
We
news.
can't afford 2 different theme
Not
songs.
Like,
for
not
sports
like we want
and the news.
ESPN. I want an ESPN.
Nope,
like
cannot.
really rugged
Clear it.
80s compressed.
And we're going to
guitar
Jeremy
sound.
on the field at the thumb off. Jeremy, can you give us any results from the thumb off?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Coming live from the thumb off. A couple people are disregarding the rules and not keeping the shaft straight. So we're gonna get the T squares out to what?
ESPN Ocho.
Back to you guys.
The Ocho.
Thanks, Cotton. Those are. I wish the ESPN
They have-
Ocho was
Yeah,
a
they
real
have
thing.
they have thumb wars
They definitely do.
on the Ocho.
They definitely.
Do you ever
do.
see the sports
Followed by cockfighting?
the sports science thing where they just go super deep into science, but about sports, where it's like Nolan Ryan's pitch and like
My old
it could be
teacher.
that. It could be the thumb.
My old teacher made that Direxo segment.
Oh, really?
For
John Brinkus is his name.
what?
The sports.
Well,
science
that's
guy?
the host. I don't know if that's
the
creator.
Yeah, not the creator.
Yeah, it's John.
Yeah,
Brown,
as we
sports
know,
science.
as people who do stuff like that, we're never the creators, right? We just read what's on the fucking page.
What? This is a work for hire. I'm what you call a credit watcher. I like to watch the credits go after a
you.
program, and that was how I found out that I forget.
So I found out how
That's what.
Michael Cimarrona brain farts out.
No, I was very happy to see. I forget.
Everybody hung over today.
It's bad.
It's
What did you do for your holiday weekend? Did we talk about that?
I went to the Seinfeld day on Saturday, and then we just like walked around Coney Island a little bit. Wait,
Yeah.
well, at first,
Did you go into Luna Park?
I don't know what no, I don't think so. We just walked along the boardwalk and out along the pier.
Good.
We ate pot cookies and then went to the game. I forgot
a great move.
about that order. Yeah, it was perfect because the weather was great. The game was. I mean, I don't remember much of the game because
Bright
I just
colors.
wasn't paying attention. I don't know anybody
Did you
who
get
plays
to,
for
oh, you
either
might have
team.
got to see Jose Reyes play. Did you
I
see
mean, I
him
could-
play?
He doesn't remember.
Yeah,
He might have.
I would like to say that I'm sure there was a guy named Jose on the team. Whether it was the Reyes that we're all talking about, I don't know, but it was a fun game. And then we went to a party afterwards, and that was it. And then Sunday, I didn't do a damn thing.
Sunday I sheltered in place. No, Monday. Monday I sheltered in place because my neighbors were blowing off extremely. For the listener, I'm old. My neighbors were blowing off extremely loud fireworks on Monday.
They did that on Monday. Yeah, we stayed home on Monday too and just grilled on the roof, like me and my girlfriend.
You have roof access.
Yeah, we do. Next year we're gonna have. Well,
He was like, these hot dogs taste so much better when they're not raw and being eaten in a supermarket aisle.
but I did make a total mistake that you make as a grown man that just makes you feel like a complete idiot.
Rookie.
Where like you're cooking with like a charcoal grill and you just like forget how to let
light
them
it?
heat up and light it. Like I just started like a trash fire in the in the grill and just like dumped the briquettes on it and then just sprayed it with lighter fluid. And I'm like, it'll get warm. And then, it heats up, but it doesn't reach its full heat for like an hour
later.
or two.
Yeah.
But I always forget that. So we just slow cooked some chicken
cool,
wings.
Some cool ass food.
He's been on here for a while. Keep him going. They're still pink.
Yeah. They were so good though because they
were
tasted
slow
like
cooked?
they were smoked. They were basically smoked at that point. And then I went upstairs to clean up and make sure that the grill was out because it had rained, and the grill was so hot that even the rain didn't cool it off, and it was just glowing. And I was like, well, now we got to find more food to cook. But then we didn't because I had already had like 4 big beers, and then
The big beers.
just passed out, and then went to work today. I just feel like a dish rag.
I was pretty sure my windows were gonna cave in last night.
Have you ever called the cops? Because we called the cops on our neighbors last night.
Hell
You
no.
did?
We called in a noise complaint because they were so they don't live there.
I think the 4th of July is like the Christmas of noise complaints. Like you can't.
We did anyway not because of the fireworks.
He doesn't live there.
They don't live. We live across from like the back of stores. So these people pull up and park their cars and just pop the water plug and wash their cars, and they like barbecue out on the sidewalk, which is like whatever. Like they don't bother you. Like you could walk right to the middle of it. Nobody says a word to you. It's not like they're not like intimidating anybody.
Right.
But then they turn their stereos up like rattle the windows level, and we're like all the way up on a 3rd floor and across the street, and it's like absurd. And they don't ever listen to an entire song. They just
That's even worse. Yeah, they
Short attention span.
They just turn it way up to be like, look how loud it gets, and then they turn it back down, and then a minute later they turn it back
my
up.
track selection's really good.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and they do it anytime the weather's nice, and they do it till like 3 a.m. So every once in a while we'll just call 311 and be like, hey, they're doing
those
it again.
guys again.
But this time they were shooting definitely commercial grade fireworks.
Dude, there were a lot of commercial grade fireworks this year, man.
Yeah, and they were
A
shooting
lot of
them,
people got their hands on them this
they
year.
were shooting them at the building that they're building next door. Like, so they were basically shooting them at a construction site, which is like, this is not good.
No, that's good. That's good.
The cops come and like they tell them like keep the noise down, whatever, and they talk to them, whatever. Nobody gets like arrested or anything like that, which is like, you don't want. I don't want to cause anybody a headache. It's just like turn the fucking music down and stop firing fireworks into a pile of wood.
You realize this is the stuff that in Ohio people kill each other about.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like calling the cops was like a reasonable thing to do. So then they stop for like maybe an hour, and then they just bring out more fireworks, and then the rest of the night they're just like pop, 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 like right into the for real into the construction site.
Oy.
Because we could hear them going up, like the whistle
And
would
then-
come from one side of our apartment, and the pop would come from the other side because they were like over it. I was just like, what is wrong with you people? And they hang out on the where homeless people piss all day.
They must be immune to
It
no
stinks
sense
so
of smell.
bad over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what part of our
Do they
neighborhood
wet
they're
it
from.
down a little bit? Do they? That might
might.
actually make it worse.
I
You're
would
just
think
spreading
so.
it all around at that point.
I mean, they look like they're having such a good time. It makes me feel bad, But I'm like,
Why did you buy that telescope is my question.
because I wanted to see them.
Up close.
Oh, they smoke hookahs out there too. They just like plop a hookah out in the middle of the sidewalk.
What
It is-
neighborhood do you live in?
I live in Ridgewood, but this is like the Ridgewood Bushwick border.
Yeah, it is some other shit over there.
It's really weird, and it's just like nothing makes you feel more like a old white guy than like calling the cops. I make my girlfriend do it because she's Puerto Rican. I'm like, it seems less racist when you complain.
Oh yeah, make the Puerto Rican do it. For the listener, Jim just twirled his mustache like a fucking villain.
I can't confirm or deny that.
I did not do that.
You can't see through all the
If
sweat.
I twirl my mustache, then you're sweating.
Yeah, Yeah, I didn't see a twirl, man.
You
There's
see,
no twirl.
my version of events is coming true. You guys should read The Lathe of Heaven. There's a fucking scary ass book. It's about this guy whose dreams come true.
Isn't that what? Who wrote it? Didn't Taylor Swift live that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
guys. So, boy,
wrote
it's
it?
time for me to go.
Ursula K. Le Guin.
Oh,
One of your favorites. One of
my
favorites.
favorites.
Yeah, she lives in Portland. I don't know. Maybe last time you were there, you visited. I don't know.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm out. I'm out of
I
this.
haven't been to Portland in years.
It's such a fun city.
Isn't that what it's called? Fun City?
Fun City, USA.
Fun City, USA.
It's called Part-Time Work City, USA.
There's not a lot of...
No, I all of my friends. I had a bunch of friends that moved from Cleveland to Portland, and then I went to
I
visit
call that an
them.
upgrade.
It is an upgrade. Now it wouldn't be an upgrade because Cleveland's a lot
on the
better.
up and up, man.
Cleveland's been
fun.
on the up and up since I left.
Listen, winning a sports championship in the last month does not make you on the
No,
up.
no, no. I thought that 2
But
years
after-
ago, 3 years ago still.
Yeah, after 30 years of not winning, when you win one, you're my friend Ryan,
tastes sweet.
who's from there, said it was like an entire city learned to walk upright overnight. I was like, yeah, I feel like, and I haven't been back there since they won, which I want to go just so I can experience it, just so I can see how good of a mood everybody's
Oh, that
in.
famous Cleveland self-esteem that you're
Yeah.
hearing so much about?
Yeah, it's back.
Well, Jim, we will be there.
Mm-hmm.
On August 26th.
Okay, Jim, I guess there's some plugs that you wanna plug right now. Your entire tour with Danny.
The Undone Sweaters are coming to you. Allentown, Fort Wayne, Chicago, maybe Pittsburgh,
Tony Pacos.
Tony Pacos,
The back room.
the Wendy's on Interstate 80.
Yeah, catch us underneath the Sinbad bun at Tony Pacos.
Can we go to the Steak and Lube?
Quaker Steak and
Quaker
Lube?
Steak and Lube. Can
Fuck
play
yeah, we
there?
can.
All right.
I've done comedy at a few Quaker Steaks and Lubes.
Have you really?
Yeah. Outside. It's always outside or under a NASCAR shell.
But are you really gonna break the diet on this tour?
No.
'Cause that is very. I mean,
No, man.
be difficult to stick
I
to.
will. No,
We should all do
I
it.
know. I'm going away this week, and on Friday I'm out, and then I'm buying a magic bullet. I'm buying one of these little like portable
Get the frick
blenders,
outta
so I
here.
can do my little smoothie thing during the day if that's what I want to
You
do.
should get a 12-volt one so you can plug
I
it into
actually,
the into the car.
No, I mean it can't. I'll get an adapter for it. I know. I can buy one of these portable steamers. Does that sound like such a?
pocket spiral.
I usually on tour I have like
travel
I have like a
travel
small
mandolin
bag.
with
like I
suction
travel
cups.
with nothing. Like I am very good at like getting through a week and a half with like one duffel bag of shit.
with
Yeah.
one shirt, basically.
And now with this fucking new food lifestyle choice that I've made for myself, I have to have another like bag of shit with like a portable steamer and a fucking blender.
It's called a colostomy bag.
And when we go on tour, normally I don't like look for things like the grocery store so I can get some produce and have in the car with my little Coleman cooler that I stick my shit in. Not my actual shit, but the shit that I will be eating that will become shit later.
No, he has to bring all his bowel movements
I
back
do,
to New
'cause
York to
they'd be analyzed. Yeah.
Your girlfriend has to check
Yeah, my
them
girlfriend's
to
like,
make
"Oh,
sure."
that one's a little tan. That's fatty oils. You've been eating.
You had trans fats.
You had trans fats in
You
there.
had trans fats.
I want to
got-
see a nice dark
What are
green.
those? What are those globules?
I want to see a nice dark green log.
I don't want
Danny.
to. I don't want to gloss over the fact that the very first thing you said when we talked about tour and this diet is like we should all do it, which is the worst idea I've ever heard for a rock band touring. Let's all do juice cleanse. It's going to be great.
Look, previously it was all about like, the drummer gets the bassist into Heroin, who gets the lead singer into it, and then the band falls apart. So now
Because of Jeremy. Because of Jeremy.
the bassist gets the lead singer and the drummer and
Into
the other
oil
guitarist into smoothies and the vegetarian lifestyle. I'm just thinking, no, yeah, I can't. It's really hard.
It's
for me
going to be really hard. It's going to be very hard. I don't know how I'm going to handle it, particularly because I'm also the kind of person who takes whatever deal the house gives you with
right.
food. Like,
Where they're like,
well, all we have are beer, burgers, and French fries. Well, guess I'm eating beer, burger, and drinking French fries.
Can I have an avocado kale patty, please?
that's all. That's like all of comedy. We're just like, I think like the first 5 years, I ate more chicken fingers than any human being.
Yeah.
Because even at venues like
Chicken fingers and a
they'll, like,
basket of fries.
yeah, they'll even limit the menu at the
It's like the
Improv.
kids. It's like the kids menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. You get a peanut butter sandwich or
or a hamburger or something really gross.
chicken tendies.
Yeah, sometimes it's gross. Sometimes when it's like, oh, the band menu is whatever the guy's cooking in the back for you. It's like, well, pasta this time with some sort of weird meat sauce and a piece of bread.
It's braised kale. What?
Wow, that sounds
Nobody
That's
makes
great.
nobody makes that in the comedy world.
It's sourced locally.
I got it down the street at Stop and Shop.
I feel like I want to see a web series.
I think
where
you're doing comedy in Connecticut.
Well, the Stop and Shop's everywhere.
There are?
East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah.
I want to see the Undone Sweater web series where you guys commit to this and then take whatever food they give you. Like if it's chicken fingers, you just strip the breading. You put some grill marks on them, and then you get the basil that's in the pasta that you don't want to eat, and then you try to make some healthy dish out of the garbage that they're
I think you make a smoothie out of it. You arrange it and
Yeah.
then juice the results.
chicken juice.
Juice.
Just
Right.
eating
Oh.
bar fruit.
Can I get all of those oranges? No, yeah, the whole thing.
How many olives would you say are too many?
I made a lime, lemon, and maraschino smoothie.
I figured out the perfect salad to get at every bar.
It's a fruit salad.
It's a vinaigrette. We use some of their Saint Germain.
Old wine.
Yeah.
Little elderflower liqueur. Very good. Very good.
Oh, that's good stuff. Saint Germain's delicious.
I'm so glad that somebody else is pronouncing it out loud.
With gin, soda, and bitters. You put all that together. That's a
Yeah.
nice, refreshing drink right there.
So last time we talked, Dan gave us his kale recipe. I was
yeah.
wondering if we had any other recipes on Dan's recipe corner.
You want more?
Yeah.
Did you try that?
No, I don't have.
You didn't
paprika.
try it?
I don't have paprika yet.
Go to the fucking store and get paprika. It's very easy.
I was working nights and sleeping during the day.
Oh, there's always time to walk by.
Things
a
are different now,
bodega.
Jim. Don't worry.
I don't know. I made food for Jeremy a couple nights ago because I'm that kind of guy.
We had an impromptu pre-4th of July ghost town hangout, we called it.
It was a ghost town hangout.
Jeremy, I really want to take you to have burnt ends. I want you to just have like one piece of barbecue.
From where?
John Brown Smokehouse.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that?
In Long Island City. It's on 44th Drive and 11th Street.
Ooh,
They're not giving me sponsorship money or anything.
I could tell. I could tell this
Backup
from your heart.
sponsor.
I
gotta work for it.
I hate their decoration because they're Kansas City people, so they have a big Royals banner, world champions. But the barbecue is tasty, or maybe their sauce is tasty. It's kind of like the halal guy's cart, where when you don't have the sauce on the stuff, it doesn't taste as good.
Dude, the
But it's good, but it's good.
I don't want to derail your story.
Listen, Glisten Neck,
listen.
tell me your story.
When I worked for my uncle
Delivering wine.
right next to the warehouse was like a cart warehouse, not the warehouse, but like a storage space where they would come in the morning.
They parked a lot
and
of
they
carts
parked
in
all
there,
their
yeah.
carts and come out. And I will never eat them because I watched them with bare hands, like unclipping and clipping their, like, from the car, wherever, what it was attached to, and like, then like
Throwing chicken.
grabbing the fucking salad and like throwing that shit in there like all at once. It was like, I'm never doing that ever again. I haven't eaten it. And I did that in 2007. I refused to eat street meat because
You're
it bugged
taking a
me out
risk.
so bad.
When's the last time you drove the wine truck?
I broke my ankle in 2008. So
How'd you
that was
do
the
that?
last time. Oh man, my friend was at a bar up the street from my old apartment, and he had it's mean. It's mean. He took home the girl at the bar that everyone was like she looks crazy. Like she's gonna kill someone. Her hair was all like frizzed out and messed up. She had a weird glazed over look.
Were you at Freddy's?
No. I was at Mama Bar, which I think is still there. It's on Avenue B and 3rd Street. And so we watched him walk out of the bar and get into a cab. We
were wagering as to how long our friend would survive.
Yeah, how long he would survive. But so this cab pulls up and this guy gets out and they get in. And as the guy's walking into the bar, I hear him go, "Did you see that girl? Man, her hair was fucked up." Just like that. And so we all just start laughing.
What does this have to do with the ankle?
Well, because it was the whole thing. I got very drunk and we were walking back to my apartment and I just kept like reciting that. "Man, that girl's hair was fucked up." Laughing. I'm like a door down from my apartment and it's the winter time and I do the same thing and I like be a fucking asshole and like jump around about it and I slipped and I fucking fell on ice and I like went backwards and I thought I was going to hit my head. So I threw all my weight forward and I just like cracked it. And then I walked on it when I was in the basement of the first floor duplex. That's where I lived, and like got down the stairs and like fell asleep for like 2 or 3 hours and woke up and was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like crawled up the stairs, was like lying on the kitchen floor until my roommate walked in and he was like, "You don't look okay." I was like, "You gotta take me to the hospital."
Before you do, please change my pants.
So did your friend survive?
Yeah, lady? my friend survived. I went on disability and then I didn't drive the truck anymore. And then my uncle said, "No, the work's up. There's no more work for you.
We got to kill you.
Sorry.
We got to take you to the glue factory."
That was the end of that.
Damn.
It was a good experience, man. Driving a box truck around all 5 boroughs in upstate.
His friend married that girl.
They always do.
And went on to co-create a show called Seinfeld.
Wow, that's really good.
It is kind of a Seinfeld story, though. It's like a crazy person.
I think it's
drunk, waking up the next morning.
It's a B story. It's a B story, Seinfeld.
Did you
it's
see
not
her
an A
hair?
story.
What's up with that hair?
What's up with that hair?
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was good.
But he would see her everywhere on the street during that entire episode. That would be the whole thing.
Right, yeah,
But only
he'd
the
keep
back of
running
her
into
hair. Only the side of it. I know that's her.
You gotta hide me, Jerry.
It was Elaine Boozler.
Could have been.
That would so it would have been.
She had the great hair.
She had great hair.
Still does, I'm assuming.
It's not like that, though.
The
It's
bun.
not permed
She
out
lost
like
the
that.
bun.
Oh, it's not it wasn't frizz. I just assumed since you guys said frizzy.
Well,
Well, I'm glad we're all caught up on
we figured it all out.
alternate Seinfeld landscapes.
This has been a great,
And
powerful episode about Seinfeld.
Jim, what's your? Do you want to give a shout out to anything other?
Jim,
than,
what's your email address? So people can complain to you directly.
We're gonna send you some.
You'll never guess my email address. It's my name at Gmail. I could
Ruddy Lover 23.
Ruddy Lover 23. No, I mean, I don't know what you. I mean, I guess I'm
Rudder Lover, it would have been funnier because we would go back to the Coast Guard.
No, it's like a nickname that those guys have for rudders. They call them ruddies.
Ruddies.
Is that true?
I've never heard that.
I don't think.
Trust us, as a couple of old salts from Baltimore Harbor. You know. I think I have Baltimore on the brain because I was just talking to a guy earlier today about Baltimore. I think that's it.
It's a great city.
You must
Yeah,
have some more plugs.
Give us your plugs.
At Jim Tews on Twitter. And then you can check out my YouTube channel. It's just youtube.com/Jim Tews. That should be it. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I got it.
You sure it's a /?
I think it's a /.
Okay. Just, I mean,
and what's
then,
that band that you're in?
I'm in the Undone Sweaters.
Sounds like a cool band.
We're
it's good except for the bassist.
we're a Weezer tribute band, but we also do a lot of originals and some 70s rock. And we've completely strayed from the original premise.
We've lost the script, in other words.
But it's not like it's not like we're losing a whole lot. The people that
I don't know. I think Andrew, you and Reed really put a lot into it. I don't know.
Oh man,
I know they did. What are you looking at me for, Michael?
For the listener, the sweat has connected like a neck beard on this guy.
We had one one night, and that turned into many more nights. Is what happened. That's all that happened.
Yeah, now our kid
It's
is
like,
7
hey,
years
we'll play-
old and he
we'll
doesn't know
play
what you
one
look
song,
like.
And I said, "Hey guys, I can play all the Weezer Boo album
And then
songs."
he played all of them, and the rest is history.
And that's how it works.
And I have to plug the thing that I actually make money off of, which is my book.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called Felines of New York, and it's a parody of Humans of New York.
I call it phony for short.
Phony for short. It totally works. So buy that wherever books are sold.
Phony 2016.
Phony 2016.
And you made an animation.
Yeah, that's on my YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to put future animations.
And you have a video editing job that you might be phoning in or might not.
Yeah,
we're not going to
I
mention the
shouldn't
name.
say
of
I'm not
that.
I'm not phoning it in. I am giving it 100%. I just don't think 100% is good enough.
That sounds like kind of unsustainable.
We'll see.
Maybe we should hire
That's the kind of guy Jim is.
maybe we should hire like mini me's for everybody so that when they need to give more than 100% they can.
Mini me's for all. That's a new.
Just tag out.
Is that a new platform? Is that your new stance?
Yeah, I'm gonna run
Every
for-
American needs
Or run for
one
president on a
mini-me?
cloning platform. It could happen. I announced online on Agario the game.
Nope.
It's a computer game
Nope.
for nerds.
Oh, well, I don't know it.
It's okay.
Does party?
I nerd out with musical equipment and gear. That's my nerd. It's not fucking video
It
games.
didn't even make
I
sense.
just play on video games.
Jeremy, you must have some plugs before Danny does.
Does party Jim?
Party twos?
Party twos. Does party twos want to say the last word?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Does he want to come out and play a little bit?
Yeah, just drink as much as you can, smoke some American spirits, and ride your bike everywhere, and then go home with a girl with frizzy hair.
God bless
That's
America.
that's what Party Twos would tell you.
WWPT.
And he would say, and don't be late for your serving job because brunch is early.
Right, you got to get in. You got to get in by 10 o'clock to start doing prep.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good night.
Boom, 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 boom.
What is the deal with that, Jim?
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin and Marianne Ways. This podcast is part of the Feral Audio Podcasting Collective and can be found on their website at feralaudio.com. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.
Feral Audio.